81 Days with Tao. Day 2. When people consider some things beautiful, other things become ugly. When people consider some things good, other things become bad. Being and non-being create each other. Hard and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. High and low depend on each other. Before and after follow one another. Therefore, the sage acts without doing and teaches without speaking a word. Things happen, and they allow them to happen. Things disappear, and they allow them to disappear. They possess without owning anything. They act without expecting anything. When their work is completed, they let it go and forget it. And because of this, they remain forever. When people consider some things beautiful, other things become ugly. When people consider some things good, other things become bad. Here, Lao Tzu says, our dualistic mind, through judging, divides the world into opposing poles. When you say this is beautiful, at the same time you create ugliness. When you recognize good, there must also exist bad. Meaning, these oppositions are actually created by our judging mind, not by the reality of the world. But we should keep this in mind. Lao Tzu does not say that beauty or goodness does not exist. He says that when our mind accepts something and considers it absolute, it unconsciously creates its opposite as well. For example, when society introduces a specific type of face as the perfect beauty, many people begin to feel ugly. Or when we consider a certain lifestyle a success, people who do not have that kind of life may feel like failures. While in nature, these extreme boundaries do not exist at all. For example, in the forest, a crooked tree does not compare itself with a straight tree. The night does not try to become the day. But the human mind is constantly comparing and creating opposites. And perhaps Lao Tzu's hitting message in this passage is this: much of human suffering is not because of life itself, but because of the judgments and comparisons created by our own minds. Being and non-being create each other. Hard and easy support each other. Long and short define each other. Before and after follow one another. Here, Lao Tzu says that the world is not made of separate things standing apart from each other. Rather, it is made of relationships. Nothing has meaning by itself. Instead, it is known through comparison and connection with something else. Long has no meaning without short. If all trees were tall, no tree would ever appear tall. It is silence that gives meaning to sound. It is the night that makes the sunrise beautiful. It is the distance that makes closeness valuable. We usually think these pairs are enemies: life and death, sorrow and joy, loneliness and love, darkness and light. But Lao Tzu says they are completing each other, not destroying one another. We see the same thing in nature. Winter makes spring possible. Tiredness creates the meaning of rest. Hunger awakens the pleasure of food. Even the absence of some people sometimes reveals the meaning of their presence to us. Perhaps that is why the world is not made only of things themselves. It is made of the relationships between them, of coming and going, of changing, of opposites existing beside each other. Therefore, the sage acts without doing and teaches without speaking a word. Here we enter the section of wisdom. The true sage, the one who is aligned with Tao, does not need to interfere or control. They influence through their presence, through their pure way of being. Non-action is not laziness or indifference. Non-action means avoiding unnecessary interference, allowing things to happen in the way they naturally should. Imagine a gardener who visits the garden every day, waters it, keeps the soil soft, but never pulls the seeds out to see when they will sprout. They allow the seeds to grow and emerge when their own time arrives. Meaning the sage may actually be very active, but their action does not come from struggle, obsessive control, or the need to prove themselves. Look at a river, for example. The river does not fight against the stone trying to defeat it, yet over time it can shape even the hardest rocks. It creates an impact without fighting. This is what the sage does. So when it says, acts without doing, it means this sage, by being in harmony with the flow of life, at the right time and without forcing, carries out the most effective actions. But the second sentence, the sage teaches without speaking a word, the meaning of this sentence goes much deeper than simply remaining silent. Some people, without giving any advice, can make others feel calmer. Some people give a sense of safety without saying anything. Without direct teaching, they awaken something within you. Why? Because humans do not learn only from words. They also learn from energy, presence, and the way someone lives. Someone asked, the first and second parts of the text, what exactly is their connection? Do they even have a connection? I thought maybe this question might be in the minds of others too, so I am sharing the answer here. In many texts of this book, we generally have two parts. One part explains the truths of the world and the relationships between different aspects of existence. The second part explains how we can use these understandings and apply them in our lives. Here too, in the second part, it talks about the sage, meaning the person who lives in harmony with Tao, and how they should behave and what kind of character they should have. So in this text as well, these two parts are completely connected. Lao Tzu is not simply saying a few separate philosophical sentences. He is actually saying, if the nature of the world is like this, then how should a person who is in harmony with Tao live? The main idea of the text is, first it says the world is made of pairs, good, bad, beautiful, ugly, long, short, being, non-being, and these are constantly changing and transforming into each other. So when you become too attached to one side, you move away from the natural flow of life. For example, if you only want to be successful and never experience failure, you are actually fighting against the nature of life. If you want everything to always remain exactly as it is, you are fighting against change. If you want only beauty to exist and no ugliness at all, you are denying half of existence. After explaining all of this, it reaches, therefore the sage, meaning because the sage understands this flowing and dual nature of the world, they no longer live like ordinary people, constantly trying to control, hold on, and force things. The sage understands that some things must arrive and some things must leave. The sage understands that opposite forces find meaning alongside each other. That is why they allow, and this allowing is very important. The sage is not indifferent. Rather, in order to stay aligned with the natural flow of life, they do what they need to do and then step aside. Like the gardener who knows the night cannot be removed, winter cannot be stopped, a seed cannot be forced to sprout. So instead of fighting the flow, they cooperate with it. That is why they act without ownership. They give without expectation. They wish without demanding an outcome, because they understand that everything is temporary and constantly moving. They understand that everything has its own place. And perhaps we can summarize all of this like this. Because the sage understands that the world does not work through force and absolute control, and understands that things that appear opposite are actually connected within each other, they learn to live with less force, more harmony, and without expectation.